This week, India quietly crossed a defense milestone decades in the making. At a factory in Amethi in Uttar Pradesh, engineers fired the first assault rifle in Indian history built entirely. Every screw, every spring, every gram of steel on Indian soil. No imported parts, no foreign components. This is the story of the AK-203 Sher. Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX Deepdive. I'm Megha Sharma. On August 18, 2026, the Indo-Russian Rifles Private Limited or IRRPL successfully test-fired the first fully indigenized AK-203 at its Korwa Ordnance Facility. The rifle completed automatic and burst firing trials. IRRPL's CEO, Major General S.K. Sharma, called it 100% genuine indigenization, not just local assembly of imported kits, but true end-to-end manufacturing using Indian raw materials and components. The rifle now moves to Indian Army user trials expected in September 2026. If it clears those trials, mass production of fully indigenous units begins with a target of one rifle rolling off the line every 100 seconds. IRRPL has also compressed its delivery timeline. Full production of over 6 lakh rifles is now targeted for December 2030, nearly 2 years ahead of the original 2032 schedule. Specs-wise, the Sher fires the 7.62 into 39 mm round with a rate of roughly 700 rounds per minute and an effective range of about 800 meters. It will replace the aging INSAS rifles across the Army, Air Force and Navy, becoming the standard infantry weapon from the Himalayas to the coast. To understand why this matters, look at the global picture. According to SIPRI, the world's premier arms tracking institute, the United States remains the dominant force in global arms exports, commanding over 42% of the market between 2021 and 2025. France and Russia trail as distant second and third suppliers, followed by China and Germany. On the import side, the picture flips. India has been the world's second largest arms importer for years, behind only Ukraine in the most recent SIPRI data, accounting for roughly 8% of global arms imports. That's the uncomfortable backdrop to today's story. For decades, India has been amongst the biggest buyers of weapons on earth while producing only a fraction of what its forces actually use. Historically, Russia supplied the largest share of India's weapons, at one point over 70%. That share has fallen sharply as India diversifies toward France, Israel and United States and its own domestic industry. So what does the small arms self-reliance actually cost? The AK-203 program alone is worth roughly 5,200 crore rupees, about 650 to 680 million dollars for 601 427 rifles to be built at Korwa. The first 70,000 units came through direct transfer of technology from Russia's Kalashnikov concern. The remaining 500,000 plus are being built indigenously, with local content climbing from 25% in 2024 to 30% in 2025 to 100% milestone just achieved. That's just one weapon system. Zoom out and India's broader defense procurement budget runs into tens of billions of dollars annually, with small arms, ammunition and infantry equipment forming a growing and increasingly domestic slice of that spend under the Ministry of Defence's capital acquisition budget. The indigenization journey started in 2007 when the Ordnance Factory Board first planned a Kalashnikov production line at Korwa. The India-Russia joint venture was formalized in 2019 when Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Korwa plant. Actual production began in January 2023, starting with semi-knocked-down kits, essentially assembling Russian-supplied parts. From there, indigenization climbed step by step. 25% Indian content by mid-2024, 30% by 2025, and now in August 2026, 100%. Along the way, India built parallel capability in ammunition too, with state-run and private players scaling up 7.62 mm cartridge production to match the new rifle's needs, reducing dependence on imported rounds alongside the guns that fire them. Officials have described the program as the younger brother of BrahMos, India's supersonic cruise missile, a nod to how a foreign collaboration evolved over time into a homegrown industrial capability. From a 2007 blueprint to 2026 test fire, the Sher rifle is a small weapon carrying a big message. India is done just buying its weapons. It's starting to build them bolt by bolt at home.